back your time, money, and freedom instead of taking it? Well, today we're going to talk about that and a few other things on Time to Right Size. I appreciate you joining me. My name is Chris Kemp, and today I'm going to go over a few things that give you some tips and tricks and how to calculate how much money you might be missing out on in your home because you haven't right-sized yet. So if you had more money, freedom, and less stress, would you jump at the chance to get all of those things? Would it make your life better? For most people, the answer is yes. So we're going to talk a little bit today about how you can get those things, and they're closer than you think, and it's relatively easy if you've been in your home for a number of years and you have some equity built up. So I'm Chris Kemp. I've been helping people right size for many number of years now, and they often tell me that this information is so useful, you ought to get that out to as many people as possible. So if you do me a quick 2-second favor, I hate to ask this, but if you hit that like and subscribe button so we can get this information out to as many people as possible, I promise I'll provide you as much value and information in these videos going forward as I possibly can. So with that out of the way, let's continue. So I've created this website, timetorightsize.com. Originally it was called timetodownsize.com, but I didn't like that name as much because downsizing has a negative connotation. It means you're giving up something that you don't want to give up, or you're giving up on a lifestyle that you really like, or you're doing something that you really don't want to do. Right-sizing actually just means you're right-sizing your current situation that fits your current lifestyle needs that you have right now. There's a lot of people that are 50 plus like myself who have raised a family in their current home, but they have 3 or 4 extra bedrooms and the house doesn't fit their needs. Their kids are gone. Maybe their kids left all their stuff with the parents just to store it there. That's another story. We'll talk about that in another video here. But you're paying extra insurance, you're paying extra property taxes, you're paying extra maintenance, all of those things. So I'm going to tell you a quick story about Dan and Bessie, who I helped recently right-size their home and their life, and they could not be happier. And we're going to walk through a very similar home to what they bought, not the exact one, but I'm going to show you how we were able to help them and with this calculator. And I'm going to also provide a link for you down below so you can use this calculator for yourself. And I've got another tip and a freebie that I'll give to you if you stick around to the end. I'll also show you how to get that. So if you go to my website here, timetorightsize.com, and then if we go over to the calculator button here, you're going to see some relatively easy calculations that we can go through. So they had a home that was a little bit over $1 million. They had quite a bit of equity. They lived there for over 20 years, and they decided that their home didn't fit their needs. It was 6 bedrooms. It had a full finished basement. It was on almost a half acre in a really nice community. They loved their neighbors. They loved the area that they lived in, but it was just getting too much for them to take care of, and they were tired of paying heating and cooling that property and just wasting the money every time they got the utility bill, and they were only using a few rooms of the house. They realized, you know, we could save a lot of money if we downsized or right-sized, as I like to call it. So we're going to walk through this quick calculation. So they had let's say their home value after everything, sales fees and closing costs and all that stuff, was $950,000. They purchased a new home for $450,000. They saved $3,507 in property taxes. That was the difference between the two properties. They saved $1,200 in insurance per year. Their utility savings was $4,800 because they were moving to quite a bit smaller home. It still had a basement, had a primary bedroom on the main floor, so it had everything that they wanted and then some, but it suits their needs much more. They're not paying for all those wasted utilities. Their annual maintenance savings with fertilizer and lawn care and gasoline and all the other things that go into the property maintenance was about $1,560. Now, if you plug that in at an 8% investment rate on the money that they saved and you calculate that up, comes to $51,067 back in their pocket. $40,000 from the investments and $11,067 in savings. Plus, you got to remember they had a little bit of money left over on their mortgage, but that got completely wiped out. So now they have no mortgage, and they got this extra $51,000 coming in. It's actually quite a bit more than that, because he ended up telling me that they got about 20% on their money. So it was closer to $100,000 that they got last year from right-sizing their home. So it was better than this, but for our needs here in this calculation today, we're going to go conservative. We're just going to say 8%. Now, if you're getting 20% or more, obviously you're doing really well in the market. We all know the market doesn't go up like crazy forever, and there are going to be some corrections. So let's do a conservative estimate of 8%. I think that's very realistic. My mom, her money advisor, has been averaging for her for quite a few number of years, 13%. She's 86 years old now. I'm the executor of her estate, so I kind of help her manage that money now. But he's been averaging 13% for over 15 years. So if you find somebody that's good to help you manage your money, 8% is certainly doable. Let me walk you through the home that they bought to give you an idea. So they wanted something that was very low maintenance. So they got a little backyard. They have 3 bedrooms on the main level. It wasn't this exact home, but it was very similar to this home. It does not have an HOA. They were actually looking for an HOA because they didn't want to take care of the yard or shovel the snow or do the yard work. But this home that we found them completely suited their needs extremely well. So they just decided to go ahead and buy it. If we take a look at some of these pictures here, you can see it's a nice new build in south part of Utah County. Very open floor plan, easy maintenance, big vanity in the primary bedroom. It's got double sinks, and it had a full basement as well, which they really loved because they plan on converting that into an accessory dwelling unit that their kids can come and stay with them from time to time, or if they happen to leave and go out of the country or go do a service mission or go do some other things where they're gone away from their home, they might rent it out to some people that would take care of their house while they're gone. That way they don't have to worry about it. And not only that, but it brings in extra income, even though they're not don't have a mortgage anymore. But having a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, or 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom accessory dwelling unit in the basement is going to bring in $1,500 to $2,000 a month pretty easily in today's market, 2026. So it's just extra income coming into them to have that. And it's a great way to offset your mortgage if you happen to do have one. So this was a perfect situation for them. They really love this place and it suited their needs very well. I also have for you down below this guide. It's an ultimate guide to right-sizing. In that guide, you're going to find lots of different tips that go over all the things that go into right-sizing. So the planning and decision making that go into it, the preparing your home for sale, the sorting and decluttering, finding the right new home because you don't want to find one that doesn't fit your lifestyle, the moving process, the emotional aspects and the social aspects of right-sizing your home because you might be leaving some friends or a neighborhood, or maybe you had bad memories of the place that you're coming from, or maybe you had some really good memories of the place you're coming from. Sometimes dealing with those emotional aspects of right-sizing your home can be difficult. So we talk about all of those things in this guide. I have the link down below, and I'll make sure to provide that for you. It's free, obviously no obligation whatsoever. So it will take you to this page here. It will just ask for your name, your address, and phone number. I promise we never spam anybody. We don't sell anybody's information whatsoever. It's just a way that we can reach out and help you in the future if possible. But we will not be bombarding you with emails and texts and phone calls, things like that. I hate that when people do that to me. So I promise we do not do that to people. If you do have questions or do have concerns or information that you might want, just reach out to me. All my contact information is down below. And if you want to know why I call this time to right size, well, watch this next video I have up here. I go through my whole journey of what happened in the 2008 financial crisis to me and our family, and why I called it time to right size, and why I'm out there to try to help as many people as possible right size their life now, and help them make some tough decisions and navigate through sometimes what can be some tricky situations. A lot of people don't know where to begin. That's why I created this website. So So thanks for watching today. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you on the next video.